you guys.
Hi.
Thanks so much for all of your questions. I'm here with James.
Hi.
He's acting shy. He's not shy at all. P.S.
I'm a little shy when you first meet me.
That's true.
Then you get to know me and I don't shut up.
That's a good
We'll
point.
get there.
We will get there. In fact, I'm gonna scoot this a little closer so we make sure we can. They just turned up the music. Okay.
They were really good questions. Thanks for sending them in.
Yes, they were. So we're gonna get right into it.
Melasma.
Yes, melasma.
It's an epidemic.
Several people asked about melasma, and it was basically, how do I combat it? How do I get rid of it? Keep it at bay, what have you.
Someone also referred to it as the pregnancy mask, which a lot of people do. So I was going to say before that in Australia, over 50% of our clientele have some form of melasma. I don't quite know how it would go here because I haven't seen many skins, but are we allowed to say that you have it?
I definitely have it, unfortunately.
Laura has it, and there's so much misinformation out there about it, and if there's one thing that I can talk to you guys about is that, you know, melasma is a condition that once you have it, it will literally be there forever, and there is no one out there that I know about that can say that they will get rid of your melasma forever, and if they do, that's probably a little bit of a red flag to in terms of whether or not they're the right people for you. Melasma is a condition that you can certainly manage, and that's the best thing that you'll be able to do, because melasma can really flare up, and if you guys have it, you would know that things like sun exposure and stress and times of the month and
so hormones also.
Yeah, and certain medications can be the difference between it looking bad and looking good. And when it's looking good, it's generally in the cooler months, and when you're managing it really well with in-clinic treatments and home care. Laura and I, we've had the discussion before, because a lot of practitioners will try to lead a melasma patient down the road of like some really aggressive laser and light-based therapies, and one of the things that
like IPL or
like IPL, totally, and there are certain other names, and I won't say them, of aggressive sort of resurfacing type treatments that tout that they will get rid or make melasma better, but whilst they might make it better temporarily, watch it come back much more aggressively within a couple of months, or certainly the next time you go into the sun, because melasma is very reactive to things like heat and light, and that is literally what these treatments are. So you actually couldn't do a worse thing for your melasma.
So if you go in for melasma, pregnancy mask, sun damage, if you not sun damage, we need to.
That melasma and sun damage are two different things.
Very different.
The sun can make melasma worse, but there were a few questions about sunspots, and we can talk about that.
Yeah, we'll get back to sunspots. So melasma only, if you do go in to get something done, it can actually be you're making it a whole lot worse.
Yeah.
So,
and I think that, you know, give the concept of melasma another few years, and a lot more people than just me and my colleagues will be saying that yes, this does make it worse. It's just going to take a while for it to catch on.
And there's no quick fix.
There's no quick fix, and as I said before, it will never ever go. And one of the things that people get surprised about all the time about melasma is that the reason you have it is because of the contraceptive pill, and that's also not a side effect that is discussed with women when doctors or other practitioners will put you on a contraceptive pill, because obviously no one's ever putting you on a pill for pigmentation reasons. It's for, you know, birth control, and it's for acne, and it's for mood regulation, all those sorts of things. But it's important that people probably should be told that you have a high potential that you will get this sort of discoloration on your skin.
So now that we know kind of what things that you shouldn't do, like certain treatments that they say will be helpful for that, what do you think is the best way to manage it, since you can't ever get rid of it and it will continually flare up? Like, what do you think is like the best ways to manage?
The best things that you can do, because probably the number one protagonist for melasma is the sun, the best thing you can do is wear sun protection, and it's not about a single application of a morning. It is about regular reapplication throughout the day, because any even very, very good sunscreen is going to only last for a couple of hours. So it's about regular application, particularly pre-sun exposure. So between 11 and 3, that is generally when this, actually I think it's been changed to like 9 and 4 or something like that, when the UV A radiation is at its peak, and it's the UVA radiation that creates the hyperpigmentation in the skin. UVB radiation creates the carcinogenic effects in the skin, but you need to protect yourself when you're the most exposed. Beyond that, it's about all of your depigmentation ingredients. And lots of brands will have either proprietary blends of ingredients, but it's your vitamin C's and your B's and your A's and your licorice root extract. I mean, back in Australia, things like hydroquinone and other lightening ingredients are actually illegal to be sold over the counter, but you guys have
we have them.
You have that here, so they work well in small concentrations. Regular chemical peeling treatments, certain light-based therapies that induce a bit of heat, but not too much heat, so that it's about this gentle balance of heat to actually diminish the production of pigment without overstimulating it. LED is good because it helps to calm inflammation, and inflammation is another leading cause of melasma. You know what? It is different for every single person, because everybody's melasma is different. It's come about from different reasons, and it's been stimulated from different reasons, and that's why we will always do a very, very thorough consultation with everyone before we even start talking about treatments, and that's what any of you guys should do. You need to not only find someone that you feel comfortable with, but you need to find someone that is going to do what is right for your form of melasma.
It's not just smack something on it, let's figure out your skin, what's happening.
No, there's not a one-size-fits-all approach at all.
Find the right skin therapist, practitioner, esthetician, med spa, nurse practitioner.
I'm going to say that you at home management of melasma, it does very, very little.
You need to do something more aggressive.
Yeah, even if you have the best products and all of that, and the best product is SPF, but if you have the best sort of subsequent products, like we use a product by Skin Medica a lot that's called Latira, Medicate have a product called White Balance Cliq, Oxy-R, that's another good pigment regulator. Cosmetics Elite have a very good one called XL Plus. So all of these are great, but we will find that the response from clients is, yes, it's okay. The melasma is okay. It's not necessarily getting any worse, but it's when you pair that with the in-clinic treatments that really help to calm down the inflammation and to move the pigment through the skin by way of exfoliation, that people then start to say, oh, I'm really seeing an improvement with my pigmentation now.
So certain chemical peels that you're able to do in med spas.
Yeah, most chemical peels, like unless you're doing, sort of high concentrations of TCA that sort of require a lot of downtime and application through doctors, those sorts of things can actually exacerbate melasma. But your general things like lactic acid, salicylic acid, I know that you guys do a lot of Jesnas in this country, low dose TCA peels, the point of those treatments is that they're moving any available pigment in the epidermis, which is the top layer of the skin, moving it through the skin and getting rid of it. And that can make a huge difference, but it's not doing anything to the dermal pigment. That's what will always be there, but it's about kind of masking that.
Right.
And trying not to stimulate that, which is what a lot of those other treatments that we talked about before can do.
It's a tricky one and a tough one.
Well, we also say as well, like, if you don't take the reason for it occurring away, then you can't expect it to get any better as well. So when we have people come into us that want to do something about it, but they're still on the contraceptive pill, we need to have
sunbathing all day long in the sun.
Well, sure, but that's a whole nother problem in itself. But if you guys want to do something to help your melasma, but you're still on the pill, you're really like pushing crap up a hill. And you can, because obviously you're on the contraceptive pill to stop a whole lot of other things happening, and that's probably more important than some skin discoloration. But when you do come off the pill, that's when you'll see the best change within your melasma, for sure. But what you said before, the worst thing you can do is sunbathe, and you can't expect to make any progress with your melasma if your sun habits are
Amen
shady. No
to
pun
that.
intended.
That was a good pun though. Ah,
I got a few more up my sleeve.
good. Okay, we're going
I
on
hope
to
that
the
helps. It's like, it's a big problem in Australia, and there's no quick fix. And
it's lots of yeah, that, and
I
it's
feel
a lot
sorry
of info,
for women
but
that have to go through it, because for a lot of people it can be very, very upsetting from a physiological point of view and a psychological
sure.
point of view, but you can make it better, 100%.
which is good to know and hear.